Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is another celebrity brand. This is Teremana Reposado. This is a 40% ABV tequila, and Reposado technically means that it's been rested in a barrel between 2 and 12 months. No official age statement on that, but that's what we're known. Now, the interesting thing is this is actually Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's branding, along with some other people, but this is a newer brand that has hit the market within the past couple years. And tequila is one of those ones that I see that a lot of celebrities are getting behind nowadays. It's always interesting to see what ones are getting behind something, slapping their name on it, or actually being involved with things. And from what it looks like, Dwayne "The Rock", he's doing a good job keeping things at the helm on this one. He definitely seems invested in it. So he seems like such a genuine person that I knew I had to try this and pick it up. Now, personally, I've more recently started trying tequilas. I've got some other tequilas that'll go live, and I'll link those up above and down below for you to look at. But I went out and bought this one a few months back just to give it a shot because I really didn't know what I was getting into with tequilas. And this was a good stepping stone for me to start trying some other interesting things. So with that in mind, we're going to be trying it two different ways. First way, neat, no ice, no water. Second way, we'll add just a drop of water, see if anything changes up. Here in the United States, we usually think of tequila as one thing: shots. So to really enjoy it, can be, enjoyed however you want. Doesn't matter what you drink or how you drink it, as long as you enjoy it. But tequilas can be enjoyed just like a whiskey, sitting down and really just spending time with it and seeing what changes through its time in the glass. Obviously, tequila, 100% agave. Now, this one is actually also on the back here. It tells us it's brick ovened, roasted, and it's done in copper pot stills. I don't know. It tells us a bottle number, and it does tell us a DTA number. I don't know if that's just marketing on the front there or meaning actual things. If not, the bottle is CW1055 for those of you who are playing bingo at home. The interesting thing on tequila, because of its being such a lightly aged product, so light, but you can just tell it's been kissed by that barrel. It's not clear like a Blanco, if you're not sure on a Blanco, a white rum, very similar concept there. Just a light tinge of yellow going on there, very pale like. Also reminds me a lot of Aviation Old Tom Gin. You can find a couple Old Tom gins. That's basically a gin that's been aged in a barrel as well. Very similar color structure to that. Okay, let's go for notes. So right away, you're getting that punch of agave. Earthiness to it, a little sweetness from it. A little almost smokiness quality in there. It does have a smoky quality in there, and I don't remember finding that prior to... I picked this up prior to me really starting the channel, so I'm getting a bit of like almost ashtray smokiness from it. Bit of vanilla sweetness. But the big thing that's actually standing out is that bit of ashy smokiness on it. And that bit of sweet agave in there. Let's go for taste. It's got an ashiness to it. Bit of sweet in there. A little earthy. No ABV on the taste. Didn't really show up on the nose. Very little, if anything, on the taste. But it's got a nice... Almost... the best way I could tell, it's like almost an ashtray quality to the nose. And it's not an off-putting... I'm not a smoker. But... there are just some notes of some cigarettes that I don't mind if they're being smoked in a room. And this is one of those lingering qualities that I'm like, that's interesting. That agave does show up a little bit. You get a little bit of vanilla on there. It's actually vaguely reminding me almost mezcal-like. It's just got that bit of smokiness quality to it. I don't remember. And again, this isn't my first time trying this. I've had a few drinks from this, and I don't remember any of this. And it's interesting to see that. But I love that there's no ABV on the taste. Usually when we think of tequila, again, here in the United States, we tend to think that it's punchy and it's alcohol forward, and it's just this overpowering thing that I just want to drink as quick as I can. Here, this is just, it's just got that bit of sweetness going on, that agave earthiness, that little bit of ashy note. But I love that interesting blend of the sweet and ash going on in my mouth right now. It's super unique. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. And again, I've had it a few times. Now, in the past, I've had it on the rocks. I've never sat down with it neat. I'll put that as a little bit of a footnote there. Add a little bit of water. Let's find out what changes. Again, I don't expect much, but you never know, you know? And again, this kind of gives you an idea, especially if you are a person that likes to add a little water to something. Actually, that ashy note quality is jumping so much higher now. You still get that agave note in there, that little bit of agave sweetness, but that earthy, ashy note. Almost wood quality going on. Still no ABV on the nose. Very, very just dirt ashy note. Again, that's not a bad thing. It's just super different. A little drier on the finish. That was a quick finish. It's gone already. I don't know where it went. It's gone. All gone. Like that just came and went like somebody just drove by me going 50 miles an hour. ABV doesn't really show up still. That earthy ashiness on the taste is pulling back a little bit. That sweetness is kicking up a little bit higher now. And I'm starting to get maybe like a little bit of oak note on the taste, a little bit stronger. Super short on its finish though. Okay. That's interesting. Again, I didn't expect this. It drinks like water. Honestly, like I could sip on this all night and I probably would be not only rather buzzed, but I wouldn't. It's simple, but it's lovely to sip on. If I had a glass of this, I wouldn't be displeased at all. Again, and this is coming from, I'm more of a Scotch person, so that ashy note I get from Scotches, that ashy smoky note, I feel kind of at home with this one. Okay. Well, let's talk about market pricing, because we all know market price is market price. Celebrity brands like to stay friendly for the most part. There's very few of them that like to go outside of their comfort zones. I picked this up for $31, and I can find it so many places. I've seen it go as low as $28 for the Reposado. Sometimes I've seen it go as high as like $35, depending, but usually right in that ballpark of $28 to $35. And I think there's some interesting qualities here with this one, especially if you are a Scotch drinker. That ashy note that I'm getting there, I think you might feel a little bit at home. It's still got that sweetness to it, so you might be not expecting that if you are a heavy Scotch drinker. But I think that little bit of sweetness just breaks up that ashy note a little bit and makes it a little more, I just want to cuddle up with it a little bit longer. I don't think it's a bad buy. I definitely, for a celebrity brand, it kind of surprises me. They did a pretty good job on this one. And again, pretty accessible for most markets for what I'm seeing. So there you go, Teremana Reposado. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirits you would like me to review, Also, let me know down in the comment section below. Always on the hunt for something new and different and cool to try. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.